Saturday night. Did you play Eric a little bit more than you had hoped to, or was it about the minute total that you envisioned?
Well, yeah. If not for overtime, he would have been where we wanted him to be. But I got competitive. We're trying to win, and everything got lost in the whole deal. But it was a good sign that he got through that and came back the next day and got some good work in without any negative effects. So I'm just glad we won. We don't want to lose that game and go over that minute threshold that you have or limit. So we're going to keep jacking him up, getting him ready to play the kind of minutes that he's accustomed to at that position.
And with Donald on the roster, will he be active tonight and be in the rotation, or will you kind of wean him in a little bit?
We'll see.
Slow?
Typically, you know me, I'll just throw guys in the fire and see if they can handle the heat. But we'll see tonight. I don't want to put so much on him. My biggest deal right now is playing Gravis too many minutes. And Brian's got to step his game up so I can play him some in the second half, and that's something that we haven't been able to do. Maybe we play Austin and Eric a little bit together and see how that goes. It's hard to do that when you're not playing Eric the kind of minutes that would allow. So we'll see. You could see Donald tonight. He's gone over the plays, and he was here last year, so he kind of knows what we do.
If you were to put Austin and Eric on the floor at the same time, would Eric run the point? You had mentioned the other night that he's maybe better suited to point than shooting.
Sometimes, yeah, he is. I think if you put those guys out there, you just have guards on the floor. And Eric's more accustomed to handling the ball and making the right plays. Austin is at that point in his career where he's just kind of making things happen for himself, where Eric can do it for other guys.
Do you feel people overlook Eric's passing ability?
Yeah, but I don't think it's a negative. I just think he's so good at scoring the ball that they don't realize how well he passes until he does it. The Charlotte game was the game where you could see that he could really find guys on the floor. He knew how to draw a guy and see the next play. But he's a willing passer. He's just got to play with more force than he played in the last game.
Monty, Pop's stated goal this year from training camp day one was to improve the Spurs defense, and they're number 5 in defensive efficiency, points per 100 possessions. What do you see that they're doing different and or better this year defensively?
They score more points than everybody else. That's
a pace thing.
That's what I see. Those numbers are a bit skewed to me because, you look, at what point do you cut it off? They've had so many blowout games. There's a point in those games where those numbers don't mean anything anymore. So I think the one thing that they can do now that they haven't been able to do in the past is switch on defense. Whereas before, every pick and roll was either hedged or trapped or kept on the side. Now they can switch and keep teams in front. And usually that keeps you from shooting threes. You end up shooting more 2s than 3s, and they don't give up a lot of 3s. And so that might be the thing that's different when you can put Kawhi at the 4, or Boris is able to switch on point guards and keep teams from shooting a lot of 3s. And that's one thing I've seen them do more the last couple of years than they did when they had bigger guys. When they have Splitter on the floor, it's hard to do that. When you put Boris out there, you put Kawhi at the 4, they can switch him.